tonight.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action, now Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
3rd down and 1. Play action. It's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon, because this team has rebounded.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. And, nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Samuel going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
George Kittle.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle from 10 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They got 29 yards that time.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Deebo Samuel with an acrobatic catch.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fielded at the 33, pushing his way through. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw.
And that is incomplete.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Herbert.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
So we've hit halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Oh, nice move.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here. 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
McCaffrey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, and the Niners just continue to roll. Moody good with the extra point,
and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
On 1st down, Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Complete here, it's Hyde. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To the air again, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Now Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the 49ers are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The extra point try now for Moody.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On second down, here's Herbert.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a yard.
Again, Herbert. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And some room to roam now.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And Davis with it left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now third down and 6 to go. Herbert.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it. To him, it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And there he goes again. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
And that hold goes to wipe away a big return.
And I know from the outside in, you think, why are you holding? Just make sure you don't grab anyone. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves, that speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So not Not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for San Francisco, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will try to get